Yo, everybody, it's your body. So let's get to it.
Bring the bag. Ooh, yeah. What's really good, everybody? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing out there? That's the best part about this whole episode I'm doing today, right? Because it's gonna be so much fun, right? Guess what it's about? Oh, it must be about Nintendo, right? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. The Pain Bringer finally back, ready to bring the pain and show all of you what weird little things are in my mind. When I talk about little things, I talk about things that have always been set in motion, just always there. Like gaming for me is one of the biggest things that a lot of people know me for. All everybody, because I used to be called the Fiend back in school, and a lot of you know that. A lot of you called me the Fiend. That's okay. I got no problems, no problems. That's cool with me. Hurt my dating game back then too, but that's okay too. I didn't want to date nobody that just didn't want to accept me for what I love. You know what I love? Kind of like brother love. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. So y'all gotta get a real little thing. First of all, let's say hi to the Macho Raw.
Oh yeah, since a little kid, I used to be all about the video games, huh? Yeah, best controller, number one. Player number one always gets the best controller. Oh yeah.
So why I'm doing this episode actually is it's been an inspiration for the last few months, actually a year. I've been listening to a VGM Journey by The Messenger, and it's showed me a lot of songs from video games that I'd never played and probably will never play. It's just kind of what the things that happens. And I don't mean to offend anybody and stuff like that because there's so many video games out there. How can you possibly play them all? I mean, I have, and I keep playing the same games over and over. Like me going through Dragon Quest 3 months ago, twice, grinding included, like grinding. And what was even crazier was I actually respected, Clash changed a few times. And what happened was more time, more grinding. But that's the replayability that I love in video games. And like Diablo 2, Diablo 3, all of those games coming out. Yes, when Diablo 2 remaster comes out, why ain't I going to play it? So this is going to be the first of the series. I didn't really want to start with Atari because how do you start with Atari? Here goes my Atari thing. Do 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 do. That's it. That's it. So this episode has a baker's 50. A baker's, I know that's a lot. I know that's a lot. But the thing is, when everything is said and done, you'll understand where I'm coming from, why these songs, why these games meant a lot to me. And I couldn't keep going on because I wouldn't go up to 100. This 50 definitely represents me to the max. It represents everything that I could have ever been: the role playing guy, the adventure guy, the playing video games with my mom guy, playing video games with my friends. That's what video games always did for me. And that's what I know they do for all of you. But the one thing that always is the best is the music. The music not only sets the tone, but the music can make the game. It can make the game even better. It makes my mind do weird things. Like I hear things. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I hear things in songs sometimes and I can't explain it. And I know that a lot of you probably relate to that. And listening to the VGM over the months and talking with the messenger and in the group on his Discord and everything like that, it's just been great. And then, as I've said in my other podcast, just getting to meet and do a podcast with Josh Lopez from Toys from Low in Lockport, New York. So if you're near Lockport, New York, go to Toys from Low or Lowe's Arcade Mania. Ooh, yeah. And that is what video games does. It brings people together. It makes them so much better. It makes my daughter in the other room scream really loud. So unfortunately, I don't have a super padded room. So hopefully I'm not attacked by any dogs or wife, like that. I thought I should be all right, though. I was a good boy today. I went out, I did some shopping. All right. Well, I know why all of you are here. So let's just start off. I have a preset list already done. And the beginning pretty much is my life before Nintendo. My dad bought the Atari 7800 for the Christmas that all my friends got the Nintendo. Convenient, Dad. Thanks. I got made fun of every day in school until I was old enough to become a paper boy and deliver newspapers. Like that's the yeah. People, calm down, calm down. We just started, man. Cheer out in a little bit. All right. So that being said, what really drew me to a lot of these songs was remembering the times at my friend's house, going down before school started, playing or stopping by after school. So, of course, again, there's going to be a lot of memories that I just left out. But I think that these games right here, like I said, represent me the best. So the first game I want to start with, it has to be that because I am a dark individual. And on a podcast like Bring the Pain, you got to be hardcore. Got to be hardcore. And that's what it's about. Ooh, yeah. So that being said, hey, if you want a fun drinking game, take a shot every time I say, ooh, yeah. Too deep. Uh-huh. Yeah. So let's start it off with what makes me dark. And what makes me dark is my first song. It's going to be Castlevania, of course. And I'll let it play. So I'm going to take this down a little bit. And what makes this thing is you can literally hear the candles getting cracked with the whip. You can hear that. And the reason why is that this song was one of the first games that ever really hypnotized me. It's like, oh man, like I said, I love vampires. I love that stuff. So for me, it was natural to fall in love with Castlevania right from the go. Because again, not having a Nintendo, I couldn't go play Zelda because I didn't get to take it home. So what am I going to do? So this is what I did. And what I did was play Castlevania. So that's what really makes me really happy. And it started off the video game genre and one of my favorites. So when you get to my Super Nintendo, there's going to be a Super Castlevania. That Super Nintendo one's going to be done. I think it's going to be probably done a little bit later in at the end, because I might have to do 100 for that. The Super Nintendo was not only known for the sounds, but at that time, the sound card was amazing. Like I was hearing things that I've never heard before. So that's what was really cool. But that being said, I want to roll along to my next one. The next one's going to be, of course, Super Mario Brothers. I went and played one song. So these two songs are kind of like what's walking me towards my first purchase of a Nintendo Entertainment System by myself, on my back, getting it down, doing what we can do, people. Because back then, like I said, I was 12. My parents didn't just go buy me video games. They seen how bad I was with the Atari 7800. I was playing horrible games, horrible, cheesy, blocky games for hours. I mean, whatevs. Don't judge. So next one is Super Mario Brothers. Of course, we had to do the original, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit it right now. And the thing, get it? For the record, I can do the Mario. Yeah. Mario for a lot of us means a lot. And this was the first game that, I really got to play a lot of with a lot of people. And it made things so much more fun, so much more better to just listen to them. And, just the music and get to the second board and but just the challenge of it. Remembering the first time I beat Bowser, going to my friend's house and staying the night, and us playing this game all night long, all night long. And now I just play it kind of. And the thing is, for me, I want to make sure that, that's why I couldn't really go out. It wasn't going to go into Mario. Like, y'all know Mario. I want y'all to hear what I want y'all to hear. And what we're going to get to next is you're going to actually like this. It's going to be a little bit back into it. Yo, you know it. It's The Legend of Zelda. I started out with the title theme because I felt that when I would just leave my Nintendo on, that's when I started really falling in love with gaming music, was just letting your games play and just letting it go. Like when my PlayStation 4 isn't running, it's just there playing Final Fantasy music. All right. Like there's nothing else I can do. It's just there all day. We literally know that. My family hears that song all day, every day. So that's how I get. So let's get to it. All right. Oh, come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on. Get it up. Yeah. Yeah. So Zelda for me was amazing. This is like it wasn't really like a role-playing game, JRPG, whatever you want to call it. The fact that it actually set you on an adventure, a quest, and you had to earn things, buy things, find secrets. You had the map. And then with the map, you would just, you would make sure that you did it all. And how many people remember getting lost in the woods? And what's even crazier is when I just recently restarted Zelda again, just like, I don't know, 2 months ago, I freaked myself out. I just started like doing things with my hands, like everybody else. Boom. I ain't lost in the lost woods no more. It's like riding a bike. Once you play the game, you will always remember it. And that's what kind of person I am. I'm kind of a more of a, let's say, a memory kind of person. So if I have like a good memory and my hands will just remember it, and then boom, it's just fun. So let's get to the next song. I want to get to the next song. It's definite. I wanted to do so much more. Like I was looking at Ganon, level 8, but that's not what really happened. This is what really happened right here. The first time. It's amazing that this game can do so many different things. And that song right there is one of the best things I have ever like encountered. It was just a great song, a great time, and a great thing. So I got another one for you. I'm a throwback. This one fell out of, I don't know how it's out of order. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it to get that down. Zelda. I remember the first time I beat Ganon. It was crazy. And I was always better than a lot of my friends. So what ended up happening was I would they would couldn't beat it. So then we would all huddle around like what everybody else did, and we would huddle and we would play these games. And then that would just be the best right there. Just playing all, and then it would feel good to be the one to beat Ganon first. That was me. That was me. Yeah. But a lot of my friends remember that. They remember me just playing these games for hours. And that's what brought it in. And as part of it, that was it. So now we're moving along here. Moving around. You ready? We're gonna flip back to Castlevania just for one. All right. And then we'll be back into where we got you. You about to get, y'all about to hear some music today. Ooh, yeah. Get it. Right here. Right here. Break it. Yeah. Yeah. Now here's the thing. The reason why I selected this song was because I loved Board 3, you know, and to me it this song was like you're getting close to the end of the game now, and now this just picked it up, man. And I remember the first time I remember playing Castlevania. I had to go to school the next day. This is the first time I beat it, and I fought Dracula pretty much all night long. But when I beat him, it was like one of the greatest feelings ever. It's like I beat Castlevania. It's not too easy. I know that it's easy now, but back then, you guys got to understand, we didn't have the internet. There wasn't speed times. Pretty much, if you got a good score or something, you mailed it into Nintendo Power or EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly, or Game Pro back then. Y'all remember those magazines, right? Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what you did. That's what you did. But you didn't have that. You had to beat this game. You had to figure it out. You had to earn it, and I earned it. So another game I earned, it was really hard that I think a lot of you will like, right? Is this next one. This next one, it's Batman, the original Batman, and I remember seeing it and how dark the game was, and then seeing all the cool little weapons you could get, and everybody sucked at it. But for me, it kind of reminded me of a game that's going to be coming up here in a little second with the way you can just jump and do all those little fun little tricks, and then, get close. Well, what happened is I figured out that I if I got close enough to the enemies, of course, punching was the strongest weapon. So I would devise my ways to get close. I even do this in Destiny and Destiny 2 now, like in a lot of games like that have a life bar and you can actually get close, pop a leader, and then just, jump real far, triple, double jump or something. Just gun them down, right? Well, let's see what the Cape Crusaders got to say about that. Right here. This shit. All right. couldn't break that last part out. I love the way it brings it back in. And that's what games do. They do these cool little hooks that'll just like, just get you going, excite you, make you happy, and make you want to play a game more. It hypes you up. It hypes you up. There's a reason why I love Rob Zombie and Lunatic Calm, because of Need for Speed and Way of the Warrior. Okay? Like, I never knew about White Zombie. And then my buddy, we went and rented a 3DO, and he was like, dude, you'll love this game. You'll love this game. I'm telling you, you'll love this game. I'm like, all right. I'll get it, man. So, and the rest is history. You know, Dragula. Didn't see that coming. Anyway, got another Batman song for you, but this one actually comes from Batman Return of the Joker. Now, I remember I rented this game, and I beat it, but the first time I heard this song, I was beside myself. Like, yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Like, I just okay. So first and foremost, I'm a beats and breaks kind of guy. Might need a water. Let's kick to the music, right? Coming up, Batman right here. That right there. Right there. I mean, it's just that bass line. It's like the first time I heard that, I shit myself. I didn't, but I was just like, I put this game in and I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Like, I was just so excited. But that's just where so many things happen. And to me, that again comes back to VGM and the journey and the people that I talk to and every day almost now. And then just my friends just talking and buying video game CDs. I was the weird friend that bought video games music CDs. I have like Final Fantasy 3/6, Final Fantasy 6, if you look at that. I have like 3, maybe 4 Castlevania ones. So it's, and then, you know, and everything else from there, but it's just good stuff. It's not bad poetry, Starscream. Let's get to the next one. This one, you'll know it's a good song. It's made by one of the best music producers back in this era right there. Let's get to it. DuckTales. It's the Moon theme. So the best part about this is that overall, when I first played DuckTales, I immediately was like Mario, except you had to hit down, jump on the pogo stick. But the minute I could jump on people's heads, I'm sitting there boing, 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 and I'm getting everything. I'm getting extra lives. I'm, swiping with the cane. It's a great game. It's a great game. And back then, there was a lot of good games, but these are the games that I played. These are the games that just like really set me off. So these are a little bit okay. So some of the ones I threw in, I did have a Nintendo for. Now, when I bought my first Nintendo, I got 3 games: Iron Sword, Wizard and Warriors 2, Mega Man 2, and Ninja Gaiden 2. Right there. Like I didn't know what I was getting into. I never played Mega Man 1. I never played Mega Man 1. I had to trade somebody for that. Can't remember what I traded him. Maybe Jackal, but I still have another Jackal. So for me, when I first put in, like Mega Man 2 and Ninja Gaiden 2, it was off the hook. And they were both like the new games right there. Like Ninja Gaiden 2 had just came out. My friends didn't even seen it yet. So they had to come over after school, and they were in I had like a downstairs bedroom, and the window was right there. So they were all in the window because my mom wouldn't let them in. Remember when your mom wouldn't let your friends in? Well, they would stand outside the window, and they were watching me play Ninja Gaiden 2. They watched me beat Ninja Gaiden 2. Bam. That's how I do it. And they wouldn't believe me because at school, I'd be like, I beat it already. They're like, dude, just game came out. You playing with the god of gaming here, bro. Like, I seriously beat that game and then beat it in front of them. And that's not the first time me or one of my other friends and me have been called out at parties to beat a game in front of everybody without a game genie. Out a game genie. I had one. I have them still, but hey, let's get to it. And this one's gonna go. This is good. You'll get it. You'll get it. Let's go. I can almost see the game right now. I can see the game. I know you can. You even if you ain't watching me right now getting crazy, I know you can see that game right now. You can see that game because that is just an amazing, amazing, amazing game. And when I beat this game, okay, I'm not gonna do it, and I probably don't remember it too much, but this is how it went. So we're gonna do when I beat Ninja Gaiden. I'm so excited. I just started singing. So I just grabbed a recording device and I hit record, and I was literally recording. And then this happened. You ready? You ready for this? Probably the only time that's ever been recorded, and the tape for that is completely gone. And that's how you bring the pain. Ooh, yeah. Good stuff. All right, let's move it along. Let's get it going. Right? Bam. So we're gonna throw this one in right here, and here we go. It's Mega Man 2 Flashman stage. Ooh, yeah. Double shot, people. We'll see why I picked this one. Yeah. So, on this next song, another singing song. When you hear the beginning of this song, it's weird. So, think blue, red, and cheese. Think blue, red, and cheese because you go to hear it in a minute, right? Blue, red, and cheese. Blue, red, and cheese. Kicking it. Horn too, man. Yeah. That song right there always gets me. And the fact is that it's one of the songs that a lot of people don't play. They play other songs, and that's fine. That's fine. That's great. But for that one and the blue, red, and cheese thing, that was what it. That was it. And then when my friends heard it, and they was like, dude, you crazy. You really is crazy. But they knew I made the Ninja Gaiden 2 rap. So well, it wasn't really a rap. I was just singing and being stupid and saying I'm the best. That's what happens. So let's get to it. When I first got to Dr. Stage Wiley, I was like 10, 9, okay? Like really. And I heard this song and I couldn't believe what the hell I was hearing. I was like, what the fuck? Like, seriously? Like, this is gonna be awesome. Like, it was the best. And we all know it. They call it Electro Rabbit. You hear it's Dr. Wiley Stage 1, Kick It. One of the best video game songs ever made, was banned in Japan because it's hypnotizing. Let's go. Wow. Wowzers, people. I mean, what more can you say? What more? What? It's the best. It's the best. Like, it's like maybe not the best, but believe me, when you hear that in metal or someone does it with a guitar, it's just awesome. It really is. And again, beating Mega Man 2 and having these games and just it being a part of me at the beginning of my Nintendo and owning a Nintendo, that meant the world to me. To hear this music, to let it open me up and to let it take over my mind. It was good music. So I'm gonna throw you off right here. Here goes a song. It's from Gremlins 2, and it's the Office theme. It's like right from the go. So like when I first played this game, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I played Gremlins, whatever. I'll say I played Back to the Future too. There's a story for that. We'll get to that when we get to the but yeah, let's do it. Oh, hold on here. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. You play that game? You play that game? Well, if you didn't, there's some good songs in it. That's I probably gotta say it's the best. When you fight Spike at the end, it's pretty cool too. And the way the game sets up, by the end of the game, you're fighting spiders, and we all know that's kind of the way the movie went. So, spoiler if you've never seen Gremlins 2, sorry. And if you haven't seen Gremlins 2 by now, that's not really a spoiler. Where you been, bro? Where you been? All right, we got a little slow. We're gonna kick it down. I have to give respect to the game that I beat and played 15 hours straight to beat. My buddy lent me Final Fantasy 1. And my buddy Dwan, he goes, dude, you're not going to like that game. I was like, dude, I got Dragon Warrior. Because check this out. I used to love Dragon Warrior. I used to go up to the Mill Creek Mall here in Erie, Pennsylvania. And I used to go up to Sears on the second level, and they had that Nintendo thing where you had like the multiple selectors, right? So then I would be like, oh, it's a Dragon Warrior. I started a quest. I started playing that game. Nintendo Power said if you subscribe for 1 year to Nintendo Power, you get free Dragon Warrior. I begged my dad. I was like 12 magazines and a video game that is new, Dad. That's the one thing he did, and that was crazy. And so here we go. We're gonna play it because this was 15 hours. My boy took that, slid it into his Nintendo after I brought it back and seen that I was top level. They call it the Peninsula of Power. I found that back in 1987 with no help. I would definitely have to be one of the first people that have ever found that, because I did it because guess what? I grind in video games. That's what I do. So yeah, we're gonna just do this right here. Makes you want to go grind right now, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Check that out. Check that out. So from this one, I actually pulled 3 songs. That's one. Next one, I went with the Gurgoo Volcano. First time I heard that, man, because after I was clashed, let me just say this. After I go up there and I get really strong, buy silver swords and fire stuff, I go beat the heck out of, Dark Elf. And then I go over and I totally take that down, and I go and I get class changed before anybody like does. So I class change, I go to the ice cave. Once I get that canoe and get all that stuff, I class change and I make sure that I'm super jacked up. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with dogs, but that's what happens sometimes. Like, I got 3 of them. It happens. They run around outside. So let's get to it, right? That little breakdown, man. It's a nice, simple song. It's really cool. And then guess what else I got? Guess what else I got? You already know. I had this. When I first heard this, I knew it was time to beat this game. And it's such a simple beat. For the record, one of the best airship songs I've ever heard is Final So since we're going through a little RPG moment right now, I just want to go, just take it back to a game that I mentioned, Dragon Warrior. And there's not really much you can do for Dragon Warrior. So what I did was I picked 2 songs from one, and then of course 3 because I love 3. So we're gonna kick it right off because the Dragon Warrior theme is monumental as well. And I loved old school movies. I loved, like, the knights in the armor. I loved Willow. Beastmaster. I just rewatched Beastmaster, seriously, like the other day. It's insane. Here we go. That's about how that went down because Dragon Warrior was my best friend for a while. Literally just playing the game all day long, grinding. And I have another thing too. If you use in the original Dragon Warrior if you use the name Hades, whatever you want to call it, Hades, whatever, use that as your thing. You get all the best stats and you get the sleep spell at level 8. So you can actually walk down, put the axe armor, knight to sleep and get your Erdrick's armor. And that literally, I don't get any other armor in the game. I get, I think, maybe the half plate. No, I don't even get that. I do the chainmail. I go down. I get that. And my buddy and me, we used to call each other up in the middle of the night. Want to start Dragon Warrior? Sure. We'd be on the phone and they'd be like, dude, what are you trying to go down there and do? And he's over there grinding. And normally I would grind. But you have to grind. But once you got the best armor, everything's so much easier, right? All right, well, let's kick it. Dragon Warrior 3. There was a lot of cool things in this song. I went with the last song. It's Zoma, and it's a pretty badass song. So we're gonna kick it, right? Ooh. beautiful, beautiful song. Beautiful, beautiful song. And it's the capital. It capitalizes the game. There's so much grinding. There's so much thing you can do. You can class change through almost every class, and you can learn all of the spells if you want. If you want, just don't do it with the person with the sage because you only get that once a game. There's if you never played it, turn one to the sage, and then play with the two in the middle. That's it. As for your hero and the sage, they just do their thing, right? And the sage it takes forever to do that. But I was recently brought up Dragon Warrior 3 and Dragon Quest 3 a little different. When you do the respect, I remember Dragon Warrior 3 original being a lot more lenient with the points that you would get per level, where I was getting zeros in Dragon Quest 3. So let's move it along. Here's a song. Here's a game that a lot of people didn't play because it just faded out. This is Ninja Gaiden 3. And I went with this one because I loved it. This is you'll get it. You'll get it. You don't hear too many songs like this in Nintendo or many songs like this at all. But I will say this one completely deserves to make any list because what that right there is just a really, really, really great song. You cannot go wrong with that at all. And the thing is I love that it brings it out like that. That's it. So here's another one. We got two more from this game, so I want to get it going a little bit, get it moving on there. So hit it up. How can you beat that, people? How can you beat that? That song right there is amazing. The way it's got the fast beat, it is again getting closer to the end of the game, and it's just upbeat, and the way it goes do do, and just the way it goes through the song, like it just talks to you. It keeps you smooth. You're ready to beat this game. If you ever played Ninja Gaiden 3, that last board is really hard. It's not too easy. Like I remember me getting killed a few times to do that. But let's do that. Let's do that ending too, because to me this kind of felt like it was almost a part two song, but I didn't sing, so you get to hear it. This song right here, man. And this is like when you're trying to read the names like June Car and stuff like that. To me, it's just a great song. It signifies that was the Ninja Gaiden trilogy. Fun fact, sad fact. I actually had the chance to buy the Ninja Gaiden trilogy for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and I didn't want to use the $10 off my buddy John. So I came back the next day and it was gone. that teaches you, because I'd still have that game, because I would love that game. But now I still have them all rebought through my Wii U, and all that crazy little jazz stuff. So we're gonna move along. Let's get back to Castlevania 3. Remember when this came out? So there's a few songs like we know what's gonna happen. So I didn't want to go into part two. And so what I did was I took one song from three, and I didn't take the main song, but I took a good song, and it's popular. And then I you'll hear it. Yeah, that was an amazing, amazing song. When I first played part three and I got to that board and I heard that song, like I was like, whoa, it's crazy. But also part three had redid Vampire Killer from the original and did the music was just newer, it was better, it was fun, and it was great. So let's move back in time to number two, Bloody Tears. Baseline. The song has been vanquished by the horrible night. Yeah, whatever. Cheesy. Let's get into it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, first one. I did the boss battle. Why? Because why not? It's actually kind of cool, and I like it. And I know you like it. Yes, I beat this game as well. I have beat all these games that I'm playing. So hopefully you have, because if you haven't, you need to go beat them. Or maybe it's just too old and you don't want to beat it. Oh, well, here it is. And this one's a little, you know, it's not really much to it. So we're gonna move along, and what y'all were in the arcade, and this game came out, and then it came to the Nintendo Entertainment System, Turtles 2, and the minute this song hit in the arcade version, and even in the oh dude, it's over. Get it. Right here. Yeah. And it's always been unique how the turtles have always been able, the music that is, have always been able to put like apart. Like you could see Turtle Power in that. Go back and listen to it. Turtle Power, right? So we're gonna go to the next song. It's from the same game, Turtles 2. I had to put this one in here. I had to put this one in here. I'm pretty sure this is the Shredder song. So You better be ready because this is hardcore. Oh, no, I was wrong. That's the next song. Yep. That's how that really goes right there. That's how that goes. And now I was a little preemptive. I hit the wrong one. But so the next two come from Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. A lot of people played it, a lot of people didn't. I thought this was really cool. You had the moves where you could just throw them. And I mean, this is where Nintendo was actually getting really, really good with its music. So let's hit it. Next song up. I always loved how it was like, hey, like it was like, what? This is like cool, So, all right, now this is Shredder in that game. So you beat Krang, right? And then you get this song, and then you get another Shredder song. This is the better one. So I hope you love it. Oh man, oh man, that's just amazing, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy good. It's a good song. So that being said, we're getting into it now. So this next game, one of the hardest games to ever beat, Battletoads, beat both of them, Battletoads and Super Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. Uh, Pretty much the same song or game, just really different. But man, that Super Nintendo version is crisp. So here you go. I had to do the beginning. So we're gonna do this one first because we'll make it like kind of like the halfway kind of point thing. So here we go. And rated to the top. What an amazing song. This game was hard and almost impractical. You to beat this game with two players is almost impossible. Me and my buddy Dewan did it. It was hard. So what ended up happening was I had to beat the game a couple times and then get to because when you get to the Dark Queens, you got to jump up. But if you leave your buddy behind, he just starts dying, and we all know what happens in Battletoads when you die. So I would pick him up, and we would do the jumps, even though they weren't as high. It was good enough to make it. We would jump to the next level, whip that next level's ass, and then jump to the next level, and then go from there. So, and then when we finally got to the top and the Dark Queen came out, we beat her ass. To just, big boots, big boots. So the next one is there was a lot of songs in River City Ransom I could have used. I did this one because it not only represented both River City Ransom and Double Dragon. I remember the first time when I was getting close to the end of River City Ransom, and I heard the Twin Dragons theme. Like I didn't even know what to do. I had to pause the game because it was even better than the Double Dragon one, and I was like, "Oh, whoa!" Because in this is one I played with my brother Tom, and dude, just kick it. I almost felt bad for beating Billy and Jimmy up with my stone hands and my thunderous kicks or whatever they were. It to me that signifies, and that is what video game music, going all the way back to Mega Man 2, Wily Stage 1, you get to a certain point in a game, and when that music hits, if it's the right music, like that was in that game and other games and many games that are going to be made in the future, you're beside yourself. This is what it is. It's music telling the story. You are at the ultimate end, and the music is picking up. You feel the energy, and you want to beat that game. Guess what? I do those things. Yeah, I do those things. All right, this is a little fun. I used to love Super Dodgeball. So here goes the All-Star theme. Yeah. Now, that game is actually kind of hard too. And the Americans suck at it. So you literally have to, you can beat it. I beat it with the Americans. But if you took a team that was worse than them, it was bad. Most of the time when you would play your friends, somebody would always beat Russia and they kick your butt. And it did make a difference because each player would have different skills, but they'd have more life. Their bars were filled. That was unfair. I was like, what, dude, you got two American teams here, bro. What's up with that? All right, let's move it along. Let's do Punch Out, bicycle training. Ooh, yeah. Wow. How amazing is that right there? So, yeah, everybody loves Punch Out. So, I could have picked any of those songs. That's the one I picked. The next song, it's actually not the main song, which is Fever. It's Dr. Mario Fever. But this song is the chill version. Because if you listen to any of the songs, you've noticed the beats and breaks kind of feel to it. This song has that like little breakdown. Another fun, not so fun, but yeah, fun fact. I used to play this game all the time with my mom and my buddy John, and she was the best at it. So when she passed away a long time ago, I buried it with her. And yeah, that's worth a lot of money. But I already had Tetris and Dr. Mario for the Super Nintendo, and for me, it was the game she was the best at. We couldn't beat her, and she deserves it. I figured, maybe she'd take it to heaven and play it in heaven. I don't know. It's cool, but there it is. That's where it lies, and that's where it is. And this is the song that we would play it to. Get ready. Yeah. I got nothing. I got nothing but love for that song. You got nothing but love for that song. Straight up. Rest in peace, Mom. That song was badass. Ooh, yeah. That's how you bring the pain. Bow. We're getting close to the end here. So I figured if I do a Dr. Mario, why not do a Tetris? Oh man, that's just amazing. Amazing. Great game, great fun, great time. And we're just gonna keep it moving along right now. I mean, who hasn't played Tetris? That's why I put those two games together, Tetris Dr. Mario, best ever. And I love playing. That's how we used to beat my mom, though. We would put Tetris and Dr. Mario in, and it would start out. The first board was always it was Tetris B, so you had to like get away. Then you get to Dr. Mario, and then you get to just Tetris A. Me and my buddy John had to get done with B as fast as possible because my mom wasn't that good at Tetris for some reason. She was amazing. because we got to that second board and she was with us, she would destroy that second board and get to the Tetris A game. And then she would just be making Tetrises. That's the only way. And even then, that was really hard because she was so much faster. We were good. We were good. I learned her style, but that was hard. All right, next song up. It's the title song. I couldn't resist. It's Chip 'n Dale, Rescue Rangers. I have actually sung. I did a rendition of this for the Pot of Thunder. It's crazy, but here you go.
Let's go, girls.
Oh, of course, you know. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. We're gonna kick it right now. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What an amazing song, right? Right. I mean, that's one of those cartoons I grew up to. And it was like even I used to get mad at like watching Mickey's Playhouse and the Chip and Dale would come out and they wouldn't even have their cool clothes on and deal with the red nose. It just made me mad. Mad. You guys got that wrong. You just made them squirrels, man, or chipmunks. I mean, it's just why? Why? They needed more than that. They were more than that. Back when I was a kid, Chip and Dale was the shit. That's how you do it. Yep. All right. So I didn't want to sound like I'm next song is Metroid. And I didn't choose, you know, what everybody else chooses. I went with Brinstar. I went with the main song because I just thought it was cool. So here you go. Enjoy. So beautiful. And it's great that they're coming out with Metroid Dread. They went back to the side scrolling. That game looks badass. Metroid Dread, I'm getting that. I hope you get it too. Hey, it's gonna be fun. That's what Metroids do, right? So we're gonna kick it back to Wizard of Warriors because you remember that was that was the 3 games that I bought. Not the original. Part 2 was Iron Sword with Fabio on the front. Fabio. That was the funniest thing when we figured that out. I was like, guys, it's got Fabio on the front. They're like, what? I showed them. They're like, yeah, it's Fabio. And back then, Fabio was like a big thing. You know, he's sitting there riding horses and stuff like that. It's nuts. So here you go. I did the theme song before I got into the other stuff because I wanted to, you know, it's just cool. It's again back to that whole knights in armor, wizards, and things like that. That end is hilarious. Just kicked it right in. That is the summit of Ice Fire. I put that one in there because I just loved the bass. And back then, I would have all of my video games hooked up to my system that I still have upstairs in my attic. 24 CD changer. Remember when those were big? The 24 CDs changers. Then there's like hundreds. Now in my car has a 6. I had to put a CD, growing up during these times. Good times, especially if you wanted to listen to the DJ Magic Mike CD. Coo. All right, Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. Yeah, buddy, get ready. Now that's another one of those songs. And don't let people fool you. Wizards and Warrior games are hard. They're hard because it's just like jumpy and just slip and you fall all the way back down. And then you have to go through these stupid little cracks sometimes. You have to jump that correctly so you can land in the right door at the right time because, things weren't easy. And you couldn't know what the hell you were doing because you didn't have Nintendo Power telling you what to do all the time, people. You had to figure that out yourself. So good thing is I was the Nintendo Power guy. My buddy was the EGM guy. And then I got my own EGM subscription. Never bought Game Pro because why did I need it? I had everything else. Those are the best. So let's kick it back. Contra, jungle theme. Ooh, yeah. Not sure if I did that. The whole left and right thing with the camera that kind of threw me off there for a minute. I was like, just saw it. Up, down, left, right, BAs, like start, boom, 30 people. Without 30 people, it is hard, but it's not as hard as people go, that game's hard without that people. No, you just earn guys and you just don't die. It's the simplest thing. Get it? So what would a countdown, or not even so much a countdown, what would we be without Tecmo Super Bowl, right? Here you go. Pro Bowl song number 2. Let's get it. And now, of course, we're gonna get right into the next one because this again, when I first got Tecmo Super Bowl and I was like, oh, teams, and I went and played the season. You get to the end, and then you get to the playoff game one, and you hear this. To me, Tecmo Bowl is awesome. It's what really upgraded football. There's still people that play today and think it's the best. They think it's better than Madden. The other thing is, I gotta break the news to them. Playing a game that's fake and you could catch the ball on 3 people and lose $10. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. Your game ain't that cool, man. Madden, I want tip passes. So Madden 94 was big for gambling for us during that year. Hey, what can I say? We were throwing up Rice Krispie treats. That's what we did. I mean, we threw up cash too. So I want to play this game. I have this game. It's called Eight Eyes. A lot of people didn't get to play this game. There's a lot of the music was composed, but not composed, like Nintendo MIDI composed. And this was an unused track. So it was the fastest that I wanted to put on because at the end of this right now, after Tecmo Super Bowl, I can't just give you one of those songs. But like Spain was really good, but it was just slow. So here you go. That's a crazy, crazy song, isn't it? And to hear that the game moves slow was actually really cool. It was 2 players, and the one would be a guy, and then the other one would be the bird. So the second player, you could go through the board. You could just fly up here and you could kill things, but you had to work as a team, of course, and then when you didn't have a second player, you would have to then become the bird, dive bomb some switches, and get the game going. It was just a really good game. It was hard. I beat it. It's fun. That's why I own it. Ooh, yeah. We're getting close to the end, people. This is it. The final 6. And we're going to start it off with Gumshoe, level 1 theme. Another gem. I wanted to throw that in there. I wanted to take it back a little old school right now. So next up, Kung Fu. Sorry about that. Looks like the dogs are going a little crazy. Anyway, that's Kung Fu and everything like that. Yeah, just I don't know what happens. Things are weird down here. I live next to a highway, gets them all jacked up. Sorry about that. But we're getting close to the end. Now we're gonna get to another song that I really liked a lot. A really good game that I like to play was Battle of Olympus. And Battle of Olympus was more like a Zelda 2 kind of game. It controlled exactly like Zelda 2, pretty much. And you had to get swords, you had to get upgrades, you had to do all this stuff, and you had to grind for some salamander skins. Right. Y'all know about that. But this game was hard. And it was cool because it really introduced me to the whole Greek mythology kind of thing. So then I went and I explored a lot of Greek mythology. And from there, it was just amazing. And that's how I got it. So let's get to it. Ooh, yeah. Right, that's right, that's right. It was a really fun game to really put things together and get that whole feeling right there together. I don't know why that's crazy. So we're gonna jump right back into it. This is the Cave of Argolis, and I thought it was amazing. Now that right there. If you ever play Battle of Olympus, you will love it. It's a really fun kind of game. And to me, the best part about it is it starts off. You get you get little special weapons, like you get the first staff, the staff of whatever, of Pitha or some, and it shoots flame. And it's all legit. All the stuff in the game is exactly what comes from Greek mythology. So you'll love it. You fight harpies, you fight Medusa, and it's not easy, but it is fun, and you'll definitely love it. So check it out if you've never played that game before. Well, we're getting to the last two. So this one right here is going to be, it's called Wrath of the Black Manta. It's a crazy cool game. One of the games that actually stumped me, the last leader, you had to hit him with 4 or 5 different magics. And I sat there all night, just one night, just hitting him with everything. Hours, man. Hours. No help. Couldn't run to the internet. Couldn't do any of that stuff. I had to sit there and figure it out. Like, that's what gamers did. Enjoy. right there is a nice nice little good song, just throwing it in. So the Baker dozen. I thought I could have went any multiple ways of this song. I mean, I thought of RC Pro Am, Rad Racer, Paperboy, Excite Bike. There's so many different ways I could have done this. I didn't. I kept it this way. I wanted it this way. I figured the best way to do it is end it with another song. And if you listen to this song, there's a point where it says, "Look at my pinwheel and see what I found." That's an old show. If you never saw it back, I think Nickelodeon had Pinwheel, and there was this thing. And I know that sounds really weird, but it's the same tone. And if you've heard it and you know what I'm talking about, you'll do it. Other than that, this was another climatic song. It was amazing. People hate Zelda 2. I love Zelda 2. So let's kick it. Ooh, yeah.
There is a tree that possesses.
Yes, gotta wait. To me, I hope that I was able to show all of you a lot of different music that you may have never heard, and hopefully you can relate to a lot of the same times playing those games. Maybe you're not as old as me, so you won't have that nostalgia feel like no Nintendo powers and stuff that I kept mentioning and things like that. But the one thing I want you to remember is that these songs, even though you may have thousands of other songs that you like, these songs meant a lot to me. It made me think about, why I love gaming and why just playing the game itself isn't just being complete. The music completes it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes it whole. And that's what makes a true game. You have to have gameplay, you have to have music, it has to be replayable. Games like Dragon Warrior 3, where people always pick the other Dragon Warrior and they always want to pick other things. That's fine. There's no knock on that at all. I have no problems with that. But in the end, what truly sets the great games apart from the shitty games is all of that. I mean, you go on some top tens, and a lot of people love the Silver Surfer song. That game's one of the most horrible games in the world. It sucks. So you ask me, well, that's a hard game, Rob. You should go play that. Nah, Heat Override ain't playing that game. I don't play games like that are just crap. And that's why I don't get with all this, like, some of this gaming stuff going on right now with that. They have all this, like, oh, games are $5,000 now. Like, that game sucks. Like, Fisher Price, ABC, 1, 2, 3. What was your memories with that game, bro? You only just own a game and you're just like, I have it. And that's good. There's no knock. No knock. I'm not going to knock any CIB people. I love y'all. Y'all are awesome. But for me, gaming is about the heart. Gaming is about listening to the music. If you got a game, like, how do these people came across these games? Like, how do you just buy a game and you not play it? How do you not play that game? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I go, oh, look, new video game. Whoop. Open it up right in there. Beat. What am I supposed to do? But I know this is a long episode, and I know that I hope a lot of you stayed through. Maybe you had to go do something else and you had to come back to this episode. So I thank you. I thank you for that. And I have a lot more video game themed shows coming up. But first, there's going to be a lot of crazy stuff. Today was crazy. So I'm happy to show you a little glimpse into my life. I hope that I don't get called fiend again for making another Ninja Gated rap. But I hope that this episode spikes your interest and wants to go play some of these games and see what the hell I'm talking about, man. Like Battle Limits, go play that. Go play these games, because They might make you mad. Like 8 Eyes will make you mad. Believe me, that will make you mad. But when you beat it, you'll be satisfied. So that being said, I hope everybody has a great 4th of July weekend. I know I am. I'm about to go in this other room, kick some beers out, and let's just remember, I'm going to leave you with a little glimpse of my new song that's going to be coming out. This song was made by me and my DJ. When I was DJ, I was Rob D, and he was DJ Chaos. He's still DJ Chaos. Of course, I'm Heat Override now. Whatever, changed my name. Whatever. I was like 13, and I made a song called "Press Up for Bass." All right. So he actually, like me, I do the podcasting. He did my, the first song, you Bring the Pain. He did that. All right. He did this song, and it's literally, I can rap to it. So now I guess I have to be a rapper now too, guys. Yo, what's up, everybody? So have a great one. Look out for the episodes. Please like, follow, share. Share this episode. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did I talk too much? I always talk too much, but that's because I didn't want to just, when I did my Vici podcast and I made it all music, I can do that. But for this had meaning to me. That has meaning to me and everybody else that loves Nintendo. No matter how kiddie they are now, you are it. So I'm going to break you out. This is where we go. So here's your glimpse. Yep. Ready? It's going to be unstoppable. Hard off of the back. The pain, boy, flame. That's not how this is gonna start. So love all y'all, and always remember to bring the pain. Ooh.